Tonight in the studio I worked with Ladlin. I asked her to close her eyes and picture herself in a dark room. I told her that there was a candle in front of her, and the light from that candle kept growing and growing until she could see, slowly, that the room that she was in was a place that was very familiar to her. I asked her then to keep her eyes closed and crawl about that room and slowly come into contact with the things in the room, to discover, as though she were discovering for the first time, the things that she found in that room. I asked her to let the discovery of those objects, those things, permeate her being, and let her movements be dictated by what she came into contact with and what she felt. I gave her the time to experience that place in her imagination, in her memory. And then I asked her to allow the physical aspects of that space to enter her body and for her to start to move with the energy of those things in that place. We ended the improvisation with me asking her to allow the space and the objects to become part of her and for her body to dissolve into the space. And then I asked her to imagine that the space around her was dissolving into darkness and that she herself was also dissolving into that darkness.
I went back to a place where I used to live before, back home. I lived there for about probably 15 years. I always dream about this place. Like I go back there because when I was growing up, I felt very secure in that place. And I think I remember I was very small when I moved into that place. And it was just happiness and it was just good memories from that place. I met new friends and a lot of things happened in that place. And it's not a very fancy place. And the things that I saw around me, it was like a sofa and a window. I opened the window and I actually could feel the breeze and the sun coming through the window. It was a nice experience. I felt secure and with no worries, anything to think about or worry about. Or I don't know, it's a very secure place and it was a nice experience.
Nice. Did you feel any empathy towards the objects that you saw? What I mean is, did the materiality, the shape of things, did it affect you emotionally, or did you have some kind of connection with the objects?
I can't say, maybe emotionally, yes, a bit, because as I said before, I felt secure in this place growing up, but not really with the objects, just objects that were around the place. But I think it's with the place itself is that emotional connection because I grew up there and I have a lot of good memories in that place. with my mom and my brothers and sisters, and that's it.
How was it when I asked you to become the objects around you and the furniture, the walls? How did you feel to become that place?
It was very comforting, um, because the things that we had in that place were very simple, um, like very earthy. Um, I don't know. It felt like, I don't know. I was part of. It didn't feel like I was another object in the place, but it felt like I was part of it, and I was be able to see what was going on around it and inside it.
And were you able to feel dissolved into that space and then allowing it to disappear into darkness? And did you feel like you also disappeared?
Yes, I did. It's like a dream. It's like a dream. Um, and I think, I don't know, but I think my soul or my spirit go back there once in a while. Sometimes when I dream, I just travel there because I feel very comfortable and feel very secure, as I said again. Um, I don't know, it gives me, maybe going back to that place give me the strength to continue living and to, I don't know, to give me strength. Oh, it's a nice feeling every time I dream about that place or every time I remember that place.